My wife and I spent years prioritizing swinging with other couples over spending time with our son, and it has come back to bite us in the butt. My wife and I are swingers, and we often invite a lot of people over for massive intimacy parties. Often 10 or 15 people. So, our son was returning one of our bags we left at his house a week ago. He decided to return it late at night last Saturday. Our party ended and we had people leaving at the same time. Apparently, when he reached our front door, we had couples leaving and talking about the party. My wife opened the door in shock. He threw the bag on the floor. "Here's your stuff, sorry if I interrupted your intimacy session." My wife, as usual, started blowing up his phone as soon as he left. My wife had the phone on speaker. He picked up the fourth time and said, "Mom, we can talk about this on Friday at my place, but I want to be left alone for this week." Friday came and we were sitting at his place. He let out a lot of his frustrations. He said, "You guys were basically gone every other weekend when I was 16 years old. Was the only time you guys were at home was because you didn't have any F-buddies to suck an F?" I told him to watch the way he spoke to us and that we did still spend time on the days we didn't go, nor did we go for the whole weekend. He responds, "Yeah, name one time you guys did anything with me on an individual basis? You guys were attached to the hip basically. I was actually jealous of your relationship. How messed up is that? I used to think it's nice and all how much you love each other, but couldn't show me the same amount of love and attention. I used to get sick seeing you snuggle with each other like teenagers whenever we used to watch a movie together. You used to tease me about it, but you had no idea how I felt inside." I responded with telling him that a romantic relationship and a parent-child relationship are completely different. He got ticked off and said, "Don't insult my intelligence. I know that. It still doesn't change that you guys cared more about each other. I've seen how much my girlfriend's parents love her. I used to get jealous. By the way, Mom, yes, my girlfriend isn't a big fan of yours. She doesn't respect you as my parents. The reason I didn't share how I felt when I was at home was because it felt humiliating." My wife started bawling in tears and started begging for forgiveness while reaching out for a hug. He rebuked and called her a whre. I started seeing red and I was up in his face telling him to watch his mouth. He then responds with saying, "What are you going to do, man, whre? I shouldn't be calling you a man. Get the F out of my house before I lose control." We're now home and my wife hasn't left the bed. I've been crying all night. My son hates my guts and I don't know what to do.